Hello, everybody. Once again, it is time for Inside Wofford Football with Wofford head coach Sean Watson, proudly presented by Yokohama. I say proudly. What a performance Saturday at Gibbs Stadium. Third straight win over arch rival Furman. This one a resounding 31-13 final. Coach, I went back and looked at the tape last night. Complementary football, team football, next man up, all the things that you and your staff preach, all out there on the field Saturday.
Yeah, it was a gratifying win, because, it's in the SoCon, to start with that. And, it was a gratifying win, again, against a really good Furman team and our rival. So, really thought the kids played well. It was, as you just said, it was a good team effort. We had some individuals, outstanding performances. So, really pleased with how this young team is coming together and what's happening inside our football team.
All right, coming up, we will recap some of the big plays from Saturday's win. We will look ahead to that trip up the mountain, back on the road for the Terriers this weekend at ETSU, and visit with fifth-year senior offensive lineman Quincy Hughes. It's all coming up next. Welcome back. It was the 99th renewal of the longest continuous college football rivalry in the Deep South. Wofford and Furman been playing since 1889, and that's just the backdrop. That's more for alumni and fans and broadcasters. For you, I want to ask you in particular, on offense, what was your game plan going in? Because establishing the run has been key for this team the last two games, and you were able to do that early, it looked like.
We were using all of our resources. The first half, I thought, we played a really good football game. We were explosive. JT did a good job of making all his decisions using our system, which is really centered around, getting the offensive line and backs going by using the receivers. So, really nice job, and again, played explosive.
Loved the first couple of drives because you were moving the ball with the short passes. The running game was right there off the get-go. They started to creep up a little bit, I thought Furman did, at the line of scrimmage, and then the Terriers went up top.
Thayer takes the shotgun snap. He's back to throw. Got time, deep left corner, wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Terriers! Colby Alexander from J.T. Thayer. 29 yards out, and Wofford strikes first.
We know you have the big play capability. We've seen that all season long. But knowing when to deploy it is the key, isn't it?
Yeah, we had that design for the red zone fringe or high red. It was a play that by the structure of the coverage, where the spaces are and where the matchup is, that's where we were attacking, and it was a well executed play. What goes unseen is what JT did in the pocket. He did a nice job of evading the rush and delivering a spot-on ball to Colby, and Colby did a great job with the route.
So it was 7-0 Wofford at that point. Furman scored later on 7-6. So we're going to spin forward now to the second quarter, and your defense started to really settle in. And we talk about next man up all the time. You lose C.J. Coombs, you lose Scoot Luster, both in the first half. And all of a sudden, I'm looking down the roster, and I'm seeing guys come up and make plays. Darius Malcolm, who's been there all year. Wyatt Ward, Tice Donnelly. I could go on, and I hate to shortchange anybody. But that mentality is something that's been instilled. And have you been surprised at the depth and their talent level when they get plugged into the lineup?
I'm not. Number one, because I know we've recruited well. Number two, I know the individuals, and I know the individual coaches who are coaching them. So, we work. We have a mentality around here, next man up, and it's been that way. I think what's really gotten contagious in our building, JT was the first, evidence of first man up, and step through that door, and then. Like you said, there's been so many. I don't want to start getting into the names, but it's been this week. It was Jay Tench. He did an unbelievable job for us.
One of those guys also, Logan McLeod, big interception in the second quarter that led to the second Terrier touchdown.
Fair claps his hands, gets the snap, lofts one into the corner of the end zone. 2 men there, and it's going to be a touchdown. 2 men were there. They all went to Scott, and Honeywood comes down with it for the score. Honeywood with the touchdown. The freshman from where else, Tom? Miami, Florida. His 5th catch of the year and his first collegiate touchdown.
Terrence Honeywood with the touchdown catch, and it's 14-6. And then I love that part of the game, the last 4 minutes of the first half. We've talked about it. That was really, really huge, the way that you guys kind of took over that part of the ball game.
Yeah, opportunity presents itself. You got to capitalize on opportunity, and we were able to do that. The defense got us the ball, put us in good field position, and then we finished it. So. And that was big. We wanted to, couldn't be a better written script, going in at halftime with that type of momentum.
Yeah, Wofford capped off the half. Hassan Jackson Anderson, a long run, and then punched it himself from a yard out. So it's 21-6 at halftime. I know you spoke with my broadcast partner, Tom Henson, coming back on the field at halftime. Play like it's 0-0. Don't take your foot off the gas. There was a little bit of a lull in the third quarter. Give Furman credit. They competed. They came back a little bit on you. How did you feel as that third quarter was transpiring, where the game was going?
Honestly speaking, I thought our defense played really well. I mean, they were getting us the ball and did a great job. We had the turnovers that were, coming up here in the second half. And then, we offensively, we just there were some things we didn't take advantage of that we did the first half. So, again, that's us as coaches stepping up and making sure that we bring that back on task, on target, because it's been what's moved us. And I just, I thought, the way we were able to finish it, though, the way, with we're going to talk about here in a minute, Jay's interception, and then, of course, Cole comes back with one, and then we're able to put points on.
Yeah, Furman had gotten it to 21-13, and then, as Coach said, a guy who has been hampered by injury but never gave up made one of the biggest plays of the season for the Terriers.
Quarterback wants to go right. Oh, he throws it right to the Terriers. He throws it right to Javario Tinch, and he may go to the house. 20, 10, touchdown Terriers. There are no flags. Biggest play of the year for Wofford.
Threw it right to him. What a catch by Tinch, and then showing off the wheels.
63 yards, head check down, and then, he hit Tinch between the 1 and the 2 on his number 12 jersey.
Mr. Tinch, second pick 6 of the season for Wofford. This one a touchdown. What kind of a momentum changer, mood changer on the sideline was that?
It was huge. It was, timely. He did a great job in coverage, getting underneath the route and stole it, and then, had some key blocks, good effort plays, to get him started, and then he finished it up. He was next man up because he's been playing about 10 snaps for us as a nickel Sam, a lot of special teams. He went out there and delivered big.
All right, final 31-13 Terriers, second straight win for Wofford, third straight over arch rival Furman. If I could give out a game ball, and that's your job, but if I could give out a game ball, I do want to point out the offensive line in one area. Furman came in with the nation's leader in sacks, a really good player, Joshua Stone King. More tackles for losses than anybody in FCS football. Shutout, no sacks given up the entire game by the offensive line. We've talked about the running game, but how much of a personal challenge was that for them?
It was a big challenge. We started our week by making sure that 95 had a quiet day, and we wanted to do that schematically in the way we put together our plan, then put our kids in the best position to do that, and we were able to get that done. We gave up no minus yard. I think we had 3 total minus yardage plays, no sacks, no and the kids did a great job. And it was a well put together plan by Corey, Pete, and the whole offensive staff.
All right, the work continues. When we come back, ETSU looming up on the mountain. It's next here on Inside Wofford Football, brought to you by Yokohama.
It doesn't matter if you're 8 years old or 80 years old, your body is your strongest tool. Spartanburg Regional Sports Medicine Institute is here to push you to the next level. With 2 convenient locations, our doctors can diagnose, treat, and heal at our North Grove Medical Park and Star Center offices to get you back in the gym, in the game, and to the next level. We never quit because you never quit. For more information, call 560-BONE.
Welcome back. It'll be a 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time start in Johnson City, Tennessee this weekend for the Wofford Terriers as ETSU will play host. It's a team that's had Wofford's number the last couple of years. And also for you, a second straight year, you'll face a first-year head coach there. Will Healy's on board now. I don't know if you look at a lot of Austin Peay and Charlotte tape to figure out what they're going to do, but they brought in a ton of new players. And they've got some stud Division I quarterbacks, Power 4 quarterbacks there. So I know it's early in the week, but offensively, that's going to be a real challenge for your defense.
No, they're going to be good. I think they're good on both sides of the ball. Their staff did a great job in a tough situation. They had to put together a roster, and they went out and were able to reload through the portal and brought in some really good football players, and the kids that stayed and saw through are really good football players. So they've got a good team, and they're well coached, and they present a lot of issues that you got to manage and handle. So it'll be a great matchup. Looking forward to doing this again, this time on the road. And Coach, always appreciate the time. Keep up the good work, and we will see you up there in Tennessee on Saturday. Thank you. All right. We're going to let Coach go yet again, and when we come back, we will visit with Wofford's senior fifth-year offensive lineman Quincy Hughes coming up next. And welcome back. It is my pleasure to be joined by Quincy Hughes, fifth-year senior offensive lineman from Cincinnati, Ohio. And on your way out here at Wofford, 3 straight wins over arch rival Furman. First of all, congratulations on a great performance. And second of all, how did that feel to make it 3 in a row against those guys in purple?
It felt good. It felt really good. That was like the biggest message is this is something we can build an identity around, like this is the standard to beat them. And it felt really good. It's always good to beat a rival, but when it's 3 times in a row, it just makes it better.
All right, what is different about this offense the last couple of weeks? I know we've had a quarterback change. I know we're moving guys around on the offensive line. Now they're kind of back in some things. But can you put your finger on the thing that has allowed this run game to flourish and the passing game as well?
I think I can't put my finger on one particular thing. It's kind of like Coach Watson always talks about every meeting he's like choosing something to dive into, and recently it's been leveling up and how we can pour the most into each other and draw the best out of each other. So when it comes to the run game, stuff like that, I think we found our footing. We saw that we can do it. So now it's just like something that we got to continuously chase. So.
These last 2 games, are they kind of the reason you came back for a 5th year? You saw the potential. It took a while to get going with youth and injuries and kind of getting through that thing, but now you're sort of reaping all the fruits of your labor and your stick-to-itiveness, for lack of a better term. Is this one of the reasons you decided to stick around?
Yes. When I decided to come back, it was kind of a time where I didn't know what the team would look like, but I knew we would be good. And the season didn't start the way we expected. None of us did, but this is what I saw. Like what I see right now is what I saw the team being. So, yeah.
Final question, old man. I'm looking at the roster. You're surrounded by sophomores and juniors and redshirt freshmen. We'll give Clayton the next title because he's a junior. But the next man up mentality, the way the younger offensive linemen have come around, they quote you as a big reason for that. What have you tried to pass down to your younger brethren on the offensive line?
The biggest things have been like, that everything you do, there should be intention behind it. Every action we do, especially as offensive linemen, I'll say in my room particularly, because we're the one position where you're on the field and you're not really noticed until something goes wrong. And so I tell them, don't do anything wrong. But it's real. Like I've tried to instill more life into them, just as much as I do get on them in football. I want to pour into them as people. So I think they're coming along great, and this is like there's a culture being built in that room that I love. So.
Well, in this age of college football, we're glad you stuck around. Congratulations on a great win Have some fun at ETSU this weekend, and best of luck down the road.
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate Quincy joining us. We also appreciate Sean Watson, of course, and our entire staff here at Wofford, including our man behind the camera, Kobe Everett. For all those guys, for everybody here at Wofford Terriers Football, I'm Jim Noble. We will see you next week here on Inside Wofford Football.